Hey YouTube, today I'm going to clean up my rocket stove. If you watched my latest video, Fishing with Kids, you would have noticed that this thing wasn't burning properly. So they recommend that you give these a cleaning once a year. And when I bought mine, it came with some gear for working on it. So we're going to go through that now. So the way this stove works is it folds out like that. Put your pump onto your bottle, attached to there, and away you go. But I couldn't get it to burn clean. As you can see, everything is black. So we're just gonna clean it up a bit and give it a go. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just using a rag with a little bit of soap and water. Soap mixed around a little bit. We're just going to get the soot off. Soot it up pretty good. That'll get us started. So, the way you take this apart, well, let's start with the anatomy. This is actually a burn cup, and when this is spit out, your pot to sit there. It sits pretty sturdy. It can take a fair bit of weight. In that hole is your jet, which shoots up into your burner. Down here is your primer cup. So what you do is you turn it on just enough so you fill that cup, you light it, and then when you light it, it heats up this pipe here, and then that turns your gas into a vapor. So when it shoots up here, then it comes out your burner and you got a nice little blue flame. But my flame was quite high, quite yellow and black. So this cup, pump cup, comes off like that, and then you've got your wick, and then your jet and burner come out. Clean a little bit more. Now, as with everybody, I had intended to do this first thing in the spring, but spring came faster than I expected, and I've always wanted to start the outdoor stuff, fishing and stuff. So we went for it. So if you look down in there, that's where your jet goes. Just feeds right up into your burn. So there's your jet. Now, one way to try to clean the jet if you're having a bit of trouble and you're out in the field is you can shake it. And I don't know if you can hear that over the motorcycle behind me. Try that again. You can hear it rattling. That's because there's a needle valve in there, and it's used for cleaning the jet. So this here should have everything on it you need to take apart your unit. So your jet's nothing fancy. Now this one here has a UG on it. That's for white gas. In here is your little cleaning tip. I don't don't know if you can see the needle on it, but there's a little needle tip on that. And all that does is pokes out any kind of soot or dirt that would be in your jet. So in this kit, actually another jet, and that's UK. And if I remember correctly, that one is for kerosene, maybe? UG, don't quote me on the gas, that might be, this one's able to use gasoline and kerosene. And the only difference I can see is the holes, size of the holes. So on this end, you can see that there's like a wire rope type thing. So take that, and you want to pull that out. And it quite likes it in there. So now we want to take this wire rope out, and they give you a tool like this. So you're supposed to put it in, bend it at an angle, and give it a pull. And you can see the side that gets hot, and this has developed a membrane. So what they suggest now is that you take this, put it in, as far as you can get it. And it doesn't want to go in all the way. They want you to slide it back and forth 20 times. Doesn't seem to be going easy. And then once you do that, we're going to hook it to the bottom and clean it. But before we get to that, we'll go over servicing this. So, in here, there's just a cup to plunge the air out here to make your pressure. This is your fuel pickup tube. This is your on and off valve. So, if you want to get a look, and then there's no ring down there as well. So if you want to get a look, what you got to do is, you can see here that there's some grooves. So you push them down to the grooves. It would be right to where that red indent is. Then you should be able to give this a twist, and then out it comes, and there's your plunger. So and then down in there is another O-ring, and this I believe just twists off. And then you can pop your O-ring out and put a new one if you need it. Mine's working fine, so we're not going to bother changing it. And then there'll be an O-ring on this as well. We're not going to take that off either, so we don't need to. And then to put this back together, it's the same idea. You bring this up to where the dent is, push it back in, and you're good to go. These are great kits because there's not much to them. So I'm going to give a couple little dabs down on my O-ring, and a couple little dabs for down on my plunger. You can hear that pumping, right? So now we're going to put it on our bottle. And there's different kits you can get for these too. This is just the one that comes with it. And then there's the yearly pack where you can change everything out that's changeable. And then there's an, I think they call it an expedition pack, where it has your different jets and, you know, anything that could possibly go wrong, you'll be able to fix it out in the field. So we're gonna hook this up, pump it up a couple of times. And then, because we cleaned it, we want to get all that guck out. So the manufacturer recommends that you get 1 to 2 tablespoons run through it. I just had some guck come out of there. Looked like a piece of thread. So it didn't have quite as much fuel as I thought either. Okay, well, once you get enough fuel run through, disconnect. And then you want to try to feed this back through. I'm going to recommend you put a bit of lube on it, because where it has the memory, it's going to be a little difficult to get in there. Now, I've only got lube on like maybe 3/4 of an inch there. And this lube comes with the kit. It's just mineral oil. So feed that back in. Yeah, it's jamming again. Okay. So you want to check your eyelet. Hopefully you'll be able to see the light shining through the bottom of that. Make sure your needle cleaner is not bent. That goes in on the bottom. Start this back up in there. And then, nice little feature with this is you can put this in here and then tighten it. And then when you feed this back into here, this part also has to go through there. And then there's also a little clip here. And then your wick goes back on. You'll see the dent there that goes over your hose. Screw your primer cup back on. And then hopefully we're ready to start it back up. Okay. Okay, so now, hopefully you'll be able to see this. So what you want to do is you want to fill your primer cup up first. And you'll hear it starting to spit. So what you want to do is you want to start that fire, and that's going to heat this up. When that fire is almost out, then you can turn your gas back on, and that will be vaporizing it. looks like we are going to have to go deeper because it looks like this thing's not shutting off, but it's still spitting fuel. Let's see if we can get the blue flame to come. Okay, so we're almost there, but not quite. Okay, so that didn't work. We're going to dig a little deeper. So what was happening is, even though I had the valve shut off, the fuel kept coming. Somebody's got the music cranked on that boat in the background. So let's take a look. Okay. So you probably can't see it, but there's a little bit of dirt here. And there's all kinds of gunk on my over in here. You can see the red. So the O-ring itself looks okay, but there's little bits of red stuff on it. So we'll try to lubricate it, put it back together, because I don't believe this O-ring fits there. No. Way too big. That's for inside. that's just snug. It wasn't very tight at all. A little ball in there. Make sure that's good and clean. Everything's looking good there. And we'll try it again. That's working better. So I've used this in the cold, I've used it in the summer, and the only time I've had problems with it is lately because it needed to be serviced. The manufacturer recommends you service it every year. Like I said, I hadn't done that, so here I am now. But I've been very happy with this stove. Now we've got a nice blue hot flame. It's flowing really nicely. That's open full blast now. And you can also turn it down. So I love my stove. Anytime I'm going out for more than an hour or two, I take my stove with me. And where I'm at, in the summertime, you're not allowed to burn till after 2. And even then, most of the time you have to have a permit. They put big bans on campfires and such. So this makes it easy. I can go anywhere and I can cook anything. Now, don't get me wrong, I still much prefer cooking over an open fire. But this is the bomb when it comes to any other options that I've seen. So anyways, hopefully that helped you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And we'll see you next time.